Well, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds. Here we are with our good friends at the Atlantic Canadian Aerospace and Defence Association here at MASS 2025. I want to tell you, these folks understand that this part of the world is really making a difference. This is the gateway to the Arctic, and there are so many great conversations happening. This whole thing is brought to us by our good friends at the Ship Stop Here initiative, and that's a collaboration of so many companies right here in Newfoundland and Labrador that already have capability ready to go and ready to be unleashed into this incredible ecosystem, and we're so proud to be bringing this conversation alive. Now, on that note, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Well, hi Al. First of all, thank you for being in the podcast. My name is Evan Willemsen. I'm COO of Aspen Camp and Associates, now known as ACADA Energy Systems. We branded the name like 1.5 years ago in order to be more outspoken of what we do on the beautiful island of Prince Edward Island.
Talk to me about AKA Energy Systems. What do you do in a nutshell?
In a nutshell, we're an electrical system integrator and also a technology company. So basically what we do in the marine industry is we bring the best of brands together, build it into an electrical system, and where we identify gaps, we'll make it ourselves. We develop it ourselves. So very vertically integrated, from design till field service and life cycle support. About 150 people, 100,000 square foot manufacturing facility on Prince Edward Island, and very, very well known in the oil and gas industry. So
right,
those are our major clients, and we're here at MASS 25 to get to know the defense industry, because as a Canadian owned and operated company, Atlantic Canada company, Canadian company, we feel that we have something to offer to the Navy, which is quite remarkable, and we need to get our name out there.
I mean, so very well established in oil and gas with a very transferable solution. This is kind of that dual use technology that's so topical right now in NATO.
Absolutely. It's basically off the shelf custom design. Right? So that's a little bit the narrative.
Yeah.
And so well known in the oil and gas industry. What we are most known of in the oil and gas industry is our advanced generator protection system, basically, which ensures the flawless operation of a total power plant on a drilling rig. Some of these drilling rigs are over 50 megawatts of power, and we build the system up from the bottom. So each function, is it a thruster, is it a drill works, can function autonomous, whereas the classic solution is have an overarching alarm system. When you have a fault in the alarm system, everything else shuts down.
Right.
With us, it's the other way around.
Okay.
Whatever functions as it should, keep on functioning. Therefore, you become far more reliable.
You can certainly see the application of that in a military vessel for battle damage and things like that, where if a part of the ship were to go down, you still need the rest.
Absolutely.
I see that, yeah.
And that's what we do. And one of our biggest customers in the oil and gas is an American company, and they gave us the task to bring their mean time between failure, meaning when you're on DP3 operating with a drill string attached to the seafloor, you can only have one blackout every 20 years. So we brought it up to 350 years for them, because they own 40 rigs, right? So 40 rigs, 20 years means every 6 months you would have a blackout.
Of course, yeah.
So we pumped it up to right now 350 years.
Wow.
So that's a major improvement for them.
Evan, I mean, you're talking drill rigs. I mean, those are big platforms. Is this tech, is this sort of solution applicable into smaller platforms?
Absolutely. And we're not doing only oil and gas. We also do electrification of commercial vessels. We're integrating batteries. We developed batteries in the past because they were not existing at that time. And what we specialized in is we make our systems fit to the available space. Now, if you have a new building vessel, you can design around the amount of space you need, but we also do a lot of retrofits where we come into a ship and we have to deal with the available space
Right. Talk to me a little bit about that technology unique to AKA. Is there anybody else in the world doing this kind of work?
Well, the big boys, we call them the ABBs, the Siemens of this world. They have a different design approach.
Right.
So they have this overlaying.
Right.
One, in our view, one commonality which you should never have, which could cause a failure to the whole system.
Right.
Where we search for non-commonalities. So, like I said, this independency of each function is very, very important.
Right.
And all you need is one signal from the thruster. Hey, I'm ready to go. Boom, it goes.
Right.
We look at our DC-centric systems, and we look everything in droop, so we control it very, very precisely, and we take action, so we can isolate a generator when it shows some weird characteristics, so we're more preemptive.
Right, yeah. Talk to me about the facilities AKA has and sort of the uniqueness around that.
That's another main point and strong point of AKA. We've been able, with the help of our well-positioned oil and gas clients, to build a unique facility, a test facility for electrical power conversions within basically, I don't think anything like that exists in the world. Mm-hmm. So what we do, everything we build, design, build, before it ships out, obviously goes through a FAT test, which is quite extensive in the oil and gas industry. But at the same time, we've built up that infrastructure on Prince Edward Island, where we can inject faults in the existing infrastructure we have and see what the reactions are of any system, third-party systems, and design solutions for that, and then upload or make those changes
right
on the spot at our customer's facility or vessel, and then with knowing upfront those changes, what the outcome would be, because it's been vigorously tested
right
in our facility.
I mean, that in itself has such application in military service as well.
I would think so, yeah.
Right.
I would
Test
think
you.
so.
I mean, you don't want, much like an oil rig, when it gets on station, it does not want to
Nope.
shut down.
No.
Same with a warship, of course. When it gets to station, it can't shut down.
Can't shut down, no.
So you want to take all that out long before that speaks to an operational effectiveness of the ship.
Absolutely, and that also with that comes the other part, which people most of the time overlook. You have a ship, you design, you build it, great, but now you have 20, 30 years of operations ahead of you, which comes with parts which become obsolete, which comes with wear and tear. So all these things we can preemptively, anticipate almost with our facility and test it up front before we install the equipment, or we design the solutions or implement the solutions.
I mean, this is not only a Canadian solution, Evan, this is a NATO solution.
Yeah.
Your allies, for Canada to have such an incredible facility right there in Prince Edward Island, I mean, this speaks to supporting NATO and the effort that we're currently going through, ramping up there.
And the beauty of it is we have it, and we're working together with the PEI government to establish a second facility, basically purely laid out for that purpose.
Okay.
So purely laid out for that purpose means a designed building, a designed infrastructure, and then with all our knowledge, which we gained over the last 30 years of our existence, we bring into that building, and then we're still in the phase where we can amend things on security level, those kind of things which would be required for a NATO test facility. So we're in the perfect time in history.
100%, right? It's almost like it's a blank canvas with 20 years of experience here leading up into it, right? And the government and PEI behind it, ready to plant that flag and say PEI is ready to do business here.
And they really want it. And there's a lot of collaboration going on between the different parties in Canada, not only not only provincial, but also we're talking to the likes of Ocean Supercluster,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of support and a lot of willingness in Atlantic Canada to make it happen.
Yeah.
Because we can, right?
Yep.
And we're ready for it.
And that speaks to the importance of ACADA, right? Bringing everybody together in the region, right? And it's I'm so happy to hear that Prince Edward Island is poised to find a place in all of this right now. And it sounds like Aspen Kemp is that company that sort of is the gold standard in it all, that can make all this happen.
Yeah, and that's the funny part, and that's a little bit Canadian, and I'm not Canadian. Obviously, I'm Dutch from origin.
I thought that was a Tignish accent, but anyway.
No, not really. Like I said, the Canadians are very, very polite people, but they're also very humble.
Right.
So the biggest challenge within the company of AKA is how do you present yourself within your own country?
Right.
Within the obviously we're very respected by the provincial government,
Right.
because they know us, ACADA, you know, ACOA, all these bodies, they know us, and we talk on. But even they are very, very humble, right? But it's time to step up and show the world what Canada has to offer, and in particular what PI has to offer.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, Evan, it's been an absolute pleasure to be in conversation with you, learning about AKA and also learning about this very unique place you find yourself in right now, with so much conversation going on around NATO and defense spending, and how you have this incredible dual-use technology that can go into service right now, both on existing platforms and retrofit and new builds moving forward, but also that incredible test facility that has so much application across all of our allied partners. I mean, it sounds like a wonderful thing. So thanks for being on the show, Evan.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Nice seeing you.